In this episode, it's time for the ultimate family reunion. Hey there, my name is Rex, episode 89 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, now actually having the duel to basically settle the drama that we had in last episode. And again, last episode I think was really good, just the fact that it was doing so much to set things up at least. This one, it had a pretty good duel, I think, to kind of wrap things up. On one hand, of course, obviously, it was a pretty important duel for Luke because it was against Tiger, and, he had really never won in a duel against her, and especially, as he's finally able to stand up to her, not really feeling afraid or anything, for the sake of his friends. And on top of that, he doesn't have the help of Luke Man. Luke Man is thankfully pretty long gone, although maybe we might actually see a bit more of him in the future. But the point is, this is a pretty good duel. Tiger goes first, summons her boss monster onto Luke's turn. Luke summons Dragears and Metagears, although his attacks are halted and his monster destroyed, or at least, Metagear's destroyed. Back onto Tiger's turn. Now she reveals she has a fusion monster. Of course, all the while taunting Luke, and especially she says some pretty specific things, as she effectively says that he needs to live in reality, or he needs to face reality. During this duel, though, of course, as she has the upper hand, her point is just kind of seeming stronger. And the interesting thing, of course, is Luke really doesn't get discouraged throughout this entire duel, especially even as Tiger's winning. She's continuing her usual, not necessarily degrading, but just her very, very tough persona. One interesting thing, though, is during Luke's turn, she kind of smiled, and it seems like she got what she wanted. Of course, from this perspective, or at least from this, now we kind of see that, yes, she was pushing Luke, or at least was kind of, I guess, testing him to see how far he'd come. But anyway, this fusion monster she summons is pretty insane. Trans God Breath, the music fiend deity. This thing is insane. It's a big fusion monster, a 3,000 attack, and it has the effect that can send the top 3 cards of the deck to the graveyard and gain 1,000 attack for each monster sent. So this thing goes up to 6,000, and on top of that, traps can't be activated when it attacks, and it inflicts piercing. This thing is just really insane. Although Luke is able to survive by lowering its attack during this turn. And again, Luke, you really see this kind of personality change in him, I guess. But in a way, it's kind of like him just growing more, I guess. One neat thing, though, is he kind of responds to Tiger's statements about him needing to live in reality, and how he replies to this is that his dreams can become reality, or when you give up on dreams, they remain just that, dreams. And so that he was going to make his own dreams reality in terms of saving rush duels and being with his friends, fighting for his friends. So there's that pretty nice moment too. And again, Luke is very calm at some points during this duel as well. He's not intimidated, so that was just kind of at least neat and interesting to see. Though now Luke summons his new fusion monster, as Dragears was destroyed. Now he brings out Mirror Gears, and Fusion summons that into Mirror Gear Star S or F, right? Basically similar to the fusion that we had with Dragears, but now it's one for Mirror Gears. And I guess that also kind of fits, especially with how he obtained Mirror Gears. That whole thing with Luke versus Luke, basically. Although Tiger's able to stop these attacks again with her own trapped cards. She takes 3,000 damage, but stops the attack, negates the attack, and destroys his monster. However, Luke has a trap card that allows him to summon back a monster from the graveyard, Dragears. So that's effectively how he gets the game. And I do like that him having Dragears as the final monster to attack. I feel like we see Dragears so much, just almost whenever Luke duels. Yeah, he's got a bunch of other dragons, but it feels like Dragears, again, the very, very important one to him. And I guess that was kind of neat to see that that's what won the duel. And they have a nice moment together at the end of the duel, as she compliments him, even saying, you really have gotten strong. So it's kind of nice to see them. They have a better relationship at this point now. And Luke even understands that she felt like she didn't know what to do also when she was dueling Yuga, right? The whole thing that started with Swirly and whatever. But now we do actually get some answers, though, after they've reconciled. Something within them, or something resonates, and all the watches light up, and there's a huge blackout, so all the systems are down. Exactly what they were trying to do, right, with the Poly Effect Luke Devil or whatever. And we finally at least get the answers with that. And I do like that it's Gohanium, right? Their grandfather tells them that the watches have a gear made of Gohanium in them, but apparently when Gohanium is with someone of like their family, it causes an interesting reaction. And I guess, you know, in a way that also kind of makes sense, because wasn't like an instrument made out of Gohanium or something like that. So interesting weird metal. At least they didn't leave that, this fictional metal there. Why exactly it reacts to them, their family, who knows? But, this duel between them is exactly what they needed to get the Goha systems down. So, there's that answer at least. Like, so Luke wasn't super special, but he's kind of is. It's not like supernatural exactly like he was under the impression of it. It's not like completely the watch. It's a combination of both. So, yeah, there's that. But interesting, though. Now that everything on the moon is shut down, all the drones are shut down, all the systems are down, there's apparently only one thing left to do. And I was like, oh no, they're not going to go to the moon, are they? But in the preview, yes, apparently we're going to space next episode. And I guess that's exactly where things needed to end. So I guess that'll be it. Final big duel against Otis on the moon. pretty interesting. This episode I did like. I guess, the duel was pretty good. I feel like, maybe it wasn't as like deep as it could have been. And especially, following last episode was just very plot heavy. And this one being mostly focused, again, this one still moved things along and had some important moments for all their characters. But I thought it was fine. I wouldn't put it in like, top duels of the series, but I think it was definitely a good one that, in all honesty, needed to happen before the end of the series. So there's that. But I like the episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you can also leave a like to show your support, and subscribe to stick around for more videos as we finish up Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s and go on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush in like less than a month, or about a month, give or take. But anyway, this has been Rex. Have a nice day.